Hello, everyone. Welcome to Buy a Man a Beer podcast, and I'm your host, Collins. Buy a Man a Beer podcast is a podcast that have three important shows that is going to equip and empower everybody who pays attention to it, mostly men. So, speaking of which, we start with the first show, Monday morning. If you love money, trust me, you don't want to miss our Monday morning show because Monday morning show we're going to invite a whole lot of experts. Now, the question is, are you into forex? Are you a real estate guru? Do you have interest in real estate? Are you an investor? Are you into exportation or importation? Are you an entrepreneur? And listen, let me tell you, even if you are not, you still have enough source for you to learn and queue in because the goal is to be successful, is to make money. The goal here is to make money. So Monday morning is going to help you make money legit. Keyword legit. We don't invite scammers here, trust me, but we are bringing in professional, best of best in the game to school us on how to navigate the challenges and how to make this money legit. So that's what we have on Monday morning. And trust me, you don't want to miss out. Wednesday, we talk about the dating dynamics, aka Womanizer Wednesday. Now, listen, when we talk about dating dynamics, it's very vast. So I want everybody to come in because I'm going to give out some games, some real games for the G's. Hold on, this is for the G's. Real games for the G's. And what I mean by real games for the G's, we'll talk about dating, setting up a proper date so you won't be flaked. You know, these women dress up just to come and eat free food and go. I'm going to help you know when she's really into you before you set up a date. Now we'll talk about a whole lot of myths we're going to debunk. All the manipulative phrase these women give us. You know, imagine a girl telling you, I don't like you for your money. Trust me. No, ask one quick question. Tell me a girl that doesn't like money, but they will tell you I don't like you for your money. But don't worry, I'm going to expose those things to you. Now we're going to talk about divorce because the rate of divorce in the society is crazy. And the truth, I'm not blaming women when it comes to this divorce of a thing. I'm blaming my fellow gender men because our vetting process is screwed up. We don't pay attention to the important things. We pay attention to big breasts and big acts. Now the sex is good. We call it love. I'm going to expose all this shit, and I'm going to call my fellow men out on their BS too, because this podcast is not only about women, but men as well. Because the truth is, this dating dynamic is very vast. I'm going to say a whole lot of things nobody is able. Nobody have enough balls to say. I have the balls, and the truth is, can't kill me. Friday, and Friday is Men's Mental Health Friday. And listen, we have to talk about stoicism. Eh? First of all, stoicism. We have to talk about being a good father to start with, because sometimes the problem starts with us, the fathers. Because the moment the father stop playing his role as a father, and I always tell people, the role of a father in a household is to keep his sons off from going to jail and to keep the daughters off from stripper pole. That's the role of a father. And I will always tell you, in all honesty, fathers, your relationship with your daughter is more important than the relationship you have with your sons. So we're going to talk about men's mental health. And listen, men's mental health is very important because nobody gives a fuck about what a man goes through. Nobody gives a fuck about a man's struggle. Nobody pays attention to what a man feels. And the truth is, most of the time when you tell your wife, your girlfriend what you feel as a man, and you even cry, you see you as a weak man. Because as a child, we are always that we don't supposed to cry. We don't supposed to feel pain. Yeah, but that's why I always encourage everybody. You have to have a brotherhood that have the same goal, purpose. And the truth is that they make us feel like men can't express their feelings. We can't show our feelings. And every time I hear people, big boys don't cry, men don't cry. Yeah, men don't cry, but I always advise every man out there, don't cry in front of your girl child. Don't cry in front of your wife. Don't cry in front of your daughter. Yes, have your brotherhood that understands your struggle, because it's only a man that will understand what you are going through. And why I say buy a man a beer is for one simple purpose. These struggles, we can share these struggles on a glass of beer. And the truth is, right there and there, with your brotherhood, they will definitely find solution. And most importantly, there's something everybody is not talking about, but I have to say it. Let me talk about this thing called family. Especially brothers. Listen, we have to prioritize our relationship with our brothers. I don't know what you and your brother is going through, the challenges you guys are experiencing, but at a point in your life, you have to sit down, and take those things aside and reconcile with your brother. Because the truth is, if you have a car crash, the only person who is strong enough, to save you, jump into fire, rip the door of a Mercedes Benz off, is your brother. And you are the only person your brother believe that is strong enough to do that for him. And I'm using myself for example. I prioritize my relationship with my brother over anything. Yeah, you can. I'm not saying you can't have friends that do the same for you, but my brother is the only person that will do it, and he will rather die with honor beside me than any other person. And if I have a two-way fight today, if you pull a machete on my brother, the first person he calls is me, because he knows if I'm coming there, I don't give a fuck what the problem is. We fight, we settle the scores, then then on our way, then we can now talk about what actually is the issue. That is what brotherhood is all about. So I encourage every man out there, have a brotherhood. And one more thing, one important thing about this brotherhood, I'm not asking you to select to make friends with every possible bum that gets you a bottle of beer. No, I'm not looking for every bum that gives you a bottle of beer. But first of all, find men that have the same goal with you. Find men that have the same drive with you. Find men that have the same purpose with you. Now we have to look out for men as well. Our mental health is really priceless. A whole lot of us go through hell and nobody to talk to and nobody to share this whole thing with. A whole lot of us go through hell, nobody to talk to. Even your wife don't give a fuck about how you feel, because the moment you tell your wife how you feel, she starts seeing you as a weak person. So we need like I always tell everybody, every man on earth, you have to have a brotherhood. That when things go bad for you, you have to look for somebody. You call your brotherhood, sit down, have this conversation over a glass of beer. Then that way, your brotherhood, because you people have the same motive, you have the same goal. So they will sit down, bring solution, suggest solution to whatever the fuck you are going through, and they will help you navigate it. Like I said, actually, the origin of this podcast is by a man a beer, and there is a reason, and I will get to that. But I still insist you have a brotherhood. And another thing I have to talk about this men's mental health, family, is also a fact. I always tell every guy, no matter what the fuck is going on in your household, always prioritize the relationship you have with your brother. Like I always tell people, nobody give a fuck about what a man goes through in life. And the truth is, give a man a purpose, he will crawl over a broken glass happy. Because at the end of the day, Christmas is not meant for men. There is no day mapped out for a day to celebrate men. So we have to create awareness for ourselves. We have to look after each other. Because the truth is, man die when he starts, and he's never buried until he's 80. Because at the age of 20 years to 30 years, at best 35 years, as a man, you have to trade your innocence for experience. You have to pay in, give in, do all sorts of things to gain experience. That way now you will be equipped for what is coming after you in real life scenario. And in your 80s, that's when you will definitely be buried. The 80s, you're definitely old, and you must have whatever they say, whatever goes up comes down. So at that point in your 80s, you're supposed to be done with everything. Family is the most important thing. Family is supposed to be highly prioritized. So without wasting everybody's time, let me tell you, a whole lot will be said, a whole lot will be communicated, a whole lot will get better, a whole lot of us men will feel better over a glass of beer. So let's buy a man a beer. Cheers, everyone.